Hey guys, taking another look at Luna versus USDT and versus BTC. Luna has been a tricky one for me to get my head around because I've made two mistakes already with it, and I want to just try to get this right finally. So, saying all that, make sure you do your own research because what I say might be wrong, and I want you to be able to look at a chart and make your own decision on this because I have been wrong now twice on Luna, and I'm going to continue to keep trying because I really like the project and I do think it's going to go up. And as we can see, after this massive run up here and getting up into the almost 90 RSI, we've had a almost month and a half long uh, consolidation phase where we have gone all the way from 23 all the way back down to 12, and now we're back up into the 16 to 17 range. So we can definitely see that there's a trend here, a trend line down here that it's pretty much been following since mid-January or so. And so I'm going to believe that this trend line has to hold at this point. I can't see it not holding, being as it has held all the way through this and held here. And so this was the big dip by Bitcoin back in mid-April. So if it held through that, I believe it's going to hold again no matter what happens here. So saying that, I want to point out a couple of things here. So we see it got back up here where it had a lot of resistance here and really held. So you can see the volume based on price, and it really held this spot here again. And then it did a little bit of a dip here, then tried to come back up again, and then hit it again and fell really hard again. I feel like the next time we test this, we should be able to get through it, even though it probably will be a little tough at first. I do think we will be able to get through it. And if not the next time, it'll definitely happen by the time we get to here, which will be late May. Because I think this trend line is stronger than this resistance. So saying that, I want to also point out that we are holding at support here where all this volume is. So that's a good sign. I don't want to see us fall through this because if we fall through this and fall through this trend line, we could easily go back down to 7 based on the next major support because there's no volume in this range here. So that's going to be a good sign if we can hold this support here in the 16 range. And then we might just bounce around here from 16 to 19 for a little bit until we finally use this trend line as a push up. So let's take a little bit closer of a look at the hourly. And in the hourly, we can see that we are starting to get a little bit of a kind of like a wavy action here. I like that this looks like a W. That's usually a good sign of bullish movement. And we've just kind of been just waving here, which I believe, in my opinion, that means that we are close to seeing this go up and test this 19 again. Like as you saw, we see a W here, waves, and then boom, it ran up. So if that continues to hold, that would be a good sign in my opinion. Let's see here. Maybe we might be seeing like a little bit of a triangle here, which would be good. So, yeah, if that's the case, then this is really going to hold if it tries to come up here and test it anytime soon. But if we can get over to here and bust through this one, then I think we're definitely going to be able to get through this one. So let's take a look at Luna versus the BTC. And it's been pretty strong for the most part. The trend line is held really well when it comes to BTC. Look at this. So this was the trend line, and then this dip today held the trend perfectly. So that's a good positive sign in my opinion. And then we went right back into our wave action. So what I would like to see happen here is I would like to see, so look, we're seeing kind of like a smaller triangle here with BTC. So I'd like to see this gain some strength here against BTC, especially since it's holding this support here for the most part, minus this dump from Bitcoin that happened. If it keeps holding this support and can get through this, then we can easily see it run up to the 35 range against Bitcoin, which I think would then bring it out of here and bring it up to here to test this again. So that's kind of just my thoughts on Luna, on Stellar, or I mean not Stellar, I mean Terra. That's kind of my thoughts on it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. This one, man, this one's played some games with me, so I kind of want to hear what other people got to say about it. And I mean, I'm buying here at this support line because it just looks strong enough to buy from. I mean, I wish I would have been able to buy it here, but I wasn't available to do so. But I'm going to buy at this support line here and play it through here. And when it runs up here, probably sell it at this resistance, or at least sell a big chunk of it at this resistance, and then let it come back down and possibly test at least this support line. Probably buy back in at this support line, and even if it comes down here or whatever, it's fine. But that's what I'm seeing. That's what I think could happen here, and would love to hear your opinion. Please don't forget to follow and subscribe, and I look forward to making another video soon. Thank you.